Hey, what's going on? SPIRTURAL, and this is the American Dysfunction. American Dysfunction. Yes, I'm a silly. I can't help it. It's just a natural element of my essence. I want to talk to you about how do you feed your spirit? What are some of the things you do that keep you balanced? How are you taking care and nurturing, your spirit? Um, there are lots of ways. Excuse me, from when you're living in this chaotic world and you need an escape. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Three of the things that were really important to me when I feed my spirit was one, I went to church. I went to church on Sundays. I found a church, and shout out to my church, 30th and Diamond, Christ Lutheran Evangelical Church at 30th and Diamond. Pastor Joseph Watkins, awesome, awesome pastor, one of the nicest people like on the planet, the earth. Him and his wife, awesome, awesome. We have awesome choir. Glenn Bryant, awesome, you know, director of the choir. It's just awesome. It's just like a place where you just feel like you're so at home, you're so relaxed. And what was drawn to me when I came to the church, families. It was families. You got the pastor's children go, come there often. You got the families there. You got cousins. You got brothers and sisters, coming to church, hanging out together on Sundays, fellowshipping with one another and everybody. And it's a family environment, and I love it. It's a wonderful thing. And it's not like a church where every 5 minutes they asking for some money for this, that, and the other. They're actually asking for money for the things that they need, to keep the lights on, to keep the heating bill paid for the winter time. So you can have a place to come, on Sundays, to worship, to hear a sermon and have your spirit fed. It's a good thing. They want Sunday school teachers. They want more children to come so they can, so they can teach them and, spend more time with the adults to have those appropriate sermons. So shout out to that church. I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that church with everything in my being. Most wonderful place, and I'm glad that I was led there because it has worked wondrous things for me. And then Bikram's Yoga, 15th and Sampson in Philadelphia. Go check it out. I always would hit a 6:15 class, first class of the morning, because that's how I wanted to be fed. And that 90-minute heat will kick your ass. They say New York Bikram is twice the drama. I haven't taken a class there yet, but soon come, soon come. But the 90-minute Bikram, I love it. People who are, getting emotional, who go through depression, who go through whatever it is, I encourage you to come take a Bikram hot class of heat. Because you take one of those classes and you survive the first day, you might come back. And then I always like to go in the refrigerator and get one of the little Zuko waters because they were delicious. But that's two of the ways I feed my spirit. And the third way, I like to be with the nature. Go hang out. The closest place for me when I was in Philadelphia was to go take an hour ride to Jersey and be on the beach. And I would wake up to see the sunrise, beautiful thing, and just sit there. So while most people were at work 9 o'clock in the morning, on their way to work, get ready stressed for the day, my ass was laid out on the beach, relaxing, just watching the sun come up, or if I was there at night watching the sun go down, and it was a beautiful thing just to be with nature and the element and just to hear the water, you hear the seagulls things, so there are many ways. You might know some ways to feed your spirit that I don't know anything about. So how do you feed your spirit? What do you do? What are some of the things that you do, to go and cleanse yourself from the daily chaotic stress of the world? Because you have to take a break. You have to take a break, because if you don't, something inside you is going to make you take a break. Something's going to happen, and it's going to say you need to take a break. You're not listening to me, and we're going to take a break for you. So before that happens, you want to acknowledge, aware that I need to take a minute to slow down and take some time out for myself. So take some time out for yourself. You may not be able to take 90 minutes, you know, Or you may be able to take longer than 90 minutes. Good for you. You know, a half an hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes before you get up. What do? Are you in a prayer, meditation? I'm not good at meditating. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't keep my ass still long enough because I got to scratch my butt. I got to wipe my nose. I can't be still that long. It's very difficult. That's why I like Bikram yoga, because I'm learning at least how to be disciplined for a little bit, you know, to kind of be in that moment. So I'm still in practice with it, but you know, some people can meditate, you know, for, you know, hours on end. I'm just not there yet. It may take me a while, but I'm not there. But what are the things that you do? It's important, because when you function in the world and society that we have today, you need to take some time to relax your mind, your body, and your soul. So how do you relax these things to invite other things in? You have to work on it. So I want that to be your task. Work on it, people. Work on it. Work on feeding your spirits, because we are moving into a spiritual revolution. You know, we had the sexual revolution, we've had the drug revolution. We are now moving into a spiritual phase, and all those people who are inviting the spirit in to get fed will be caught, and we'll be going on a wonderful journey. So feed your spirit, feed your spirit, feed your spirit. All right. I'm out of time, but I'll be back. You know, this is the American Dysfunction. We gonna be here forever.